Okay, let's take the Transit Custom on a drive. Now this van's quite handy, it's got parking sensors on the van, so as well as relying on the mirrors, I've also got backup on the touchscreen to tell me if there's an object behind me. So let's head off. First thing you notice is it's quite a quiet engine. I'm just going to turn the van about to here. Okay, I can actually get down the street actually. You think living in Edinburgh all my life you would know where you could get onto certain streets, and every day's like a school day to me, so I'll find my way down. Typical Ford indicator noise, most modern Fords. One thing Edinburgh's got is it's all 20-mile-an-hour limits. Lights are changing on that side of the road, so and then never fails you get it on the other side. Too much traffic travelling faster than 20 miles an hour. And I'm good to go now. I find the clutch quite light. There's not much travel in it. And that's 20 miles an hour. This van's only covered just over 20,700 miles. It's quite quiet. I mean, power steering's quite light. The controls are easy enough to your fingertips for the indicator stack and windscreen wipers. As I've mentioned, you've got like your stereo controls, you've got cruise control on this model, and your phone controls as well. It's got 7-speed fan. And it's a nice place to be. It doesn't feel like you're driving a Transit. It feels like you could be driving like a Focus or a Mondeo, for all you know. Or one of the SUVs in the Ford range, Cougar or the new Puma, I don't know where I like to drive, but it does feel like any modern Ford to drive. car in a minute or two. Big van, sorry. I think it's just up to 30 limit. The limit's Edinburgh. It picks up the pace quite well. It's a nice flat drive. And the engine's really quiet. Really quiet engine. And the brakes. The moment you touch the brakes are quite responsive in the van. And to be fair, it's well equipped for what you pay. You've got, as I said, you've got parking sensors, you've got touchscreen. Don't like this. My pet hate is these touchscreens that just stick out the dash. You've got passenger airbag, and I think the base models of the Transit don't even have a passenger airbag, it's just a driver's airbag, because in the bit by the passenger side there'd be a big cubby space. It's got a mechanical handbrake, which we all like. None of this electronic brake nonsense. It's got a good punch to it on this TDCi. This is the Eco Blue version apparently. Hopefully earlier in the video I'll find some facts and figures about the Eco Blue. It's a nice place to be. Enjoying the drive. And you've got big all-round mirrors so you can see. The blind spot's built in at the bottom. Really handy in a van. Got air conditioning in the van as well, which is a luxury. You can see why most people go for transit vans, because for this example is well equipped. It's got nice leather steering wheel, it's got air conditioning, it's got touch screen, electric windows, cruise control. These vans will be eating up the miles, and I can see a lot of people using them for their businesses. Buy these because they just eat up the miles so well. And with transit, being a Ford, probably cheap enough to fix. Nothing rarely goes wrong with them. And if there was, as I say, it'd be a cheap fix. Coming on boost as well. You get the power quite low down. I can't really think of anything bad about this transit, really. It's a nice place to be in. drive. And I think in every generation of Transit would just get better and better. Cruising along at 30 mile an hour in fourth gear, and you can hardly hear a thing. Welcome to rush hour on a Friday. So yeah, it's a nice place to be in. I keep saying that. It really is. It's compared to Transits of old, it feels of better. It's of better quality for a start. The old Transits seem to be quite plasticky and grey. I mean, okay, apart from this touchscreen, which sort of ruins it, the materials of the quality are quite nice, and they'll be quite hard wearing. And you've got this piano black as well. I mean, even stuck in traffic, this thing just crawls along, just in first gear. So, would I recommend Ford Transit van? In my opinion, I would have recommended Ford Transit van. But the reason why this van and its predecessors have been vans of the year, and it's also a good reason why it's been a really good seller since its launch in 1964, 1965. If you're looking for a van that's sort of feels like driving a car, and it's not like a cumbersome thing, it's not got a big massive steering wheel, and the Transit's your best bet. I mean, you've got your rivals from Volkswagen, Mercedes, Vauxhall, Renault. There's a few good competitors in the market. But if I was to buy a van, it'd be a Transit all day long. I've driven a few Transits now, and I like driving Transits. And that's probably because I'm coming from a Ford perspective. That they're recognisable. They drive like a Ford would. They look familiar to any Ford driver. So, yes, I would recommend a Ford Transit to you. Just look out for ones which maybe have the optional alloy wheels over the steels. It just depends on what you want your van for. I mean, you could buy this van for maybe convert it into a little camper, mobile home sort of thing for yourself to go on holidays. And get one with alloy wheels. If you're using it for like business decorating purposes, just get a base model. It's going to have a hard life. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Trains TV, and check me out again for another review from Bearded Driver Car Reviews at some point in the future. But for a moment, I shall bid you a farewell. Farewell.